The world of K-pop has been rocked again, not because of the release of a new song or international chart success, but because of one news that broke the hearts of the army. Taehyung suffered a serious injury. However, that's not what caused the uproar. What made the public scream was the accusation that HYBE, the giant agency behind BTS, deliberately covered up these injuries from the public. More surprisingly, Jungkook, the golden meaner, reportedly exploded emotionally backstage after learning of Taehyung's true condition. Even the big-name Bang Si-Hyuk, the founder of HYBE, was dragged into the accusation that he had known about this wound for a long time, but chose to remain silent for the sake of company image. The question is, since when has Taehyung suffered? And why does the public only find out now? Through Jungkook's explosive emotions that can no longer be contained. If we look back, there were many moments where Taehyung didn't look as shocked as usual. From the more careful way he danced, to the several times he was absent from the full choreography. In the past, people thought it was just fatigue. But now it's all like fragments of a puzzle fused together to form a terrible truth. Taehyung is hurting Dan. Covered at one fan meeting earlier in the year, Taehyung sat for half the song. Fans thought it was part of the concept, but after this news exploded, many judged it was not part of the show, but rather a tacit request for a break. Why didn't HYBE give an official statement at that time? Why did they choose to remain silent when many fans began to smell something was wrong? Is this about money? About an uninterrupted schedule? All those questions started rolling like a snowball, crashing into HYBE's reputation. A report from an unnamed insider said that Jungkook cried and hit the wall of the waiting room when he found out about Taehyung's true condition. In a leaked conversation, Jungkook said, "She can't bear the pain, Hyung. But you keep forcing her to smile in front of the camera." It's not the words of a whiny artist. It was the cry of a friend who could no longer bear to see his companion suffer in silence. Jungkook reportedly argued loudly with HYBE staff, even asking that the group's activities be postponed to give Taehyung a break, but the answer from the management only made the blood boil. "We must maintain the momentum of the promotion. Fans can't know." Does HYBE consider the mental and physical health of the members as just a variable in the marketing strategy? Bang Si-Hyuk, the legend, is now not spared from the spotlight. According to an inside source close to the management, Bang PD has known about Taehyung's condition since 2 months ago. However, the official statement did not appear, and the public began to ask, why did the man who always said BTS is family choose to silence the suffering of one of its members? There are also those who insinuate loudly, it turns out that "we are one family" only applies during concerts. Backstage, health can be sacrificed for the sake of a schedule full of money. The controversy continues to grow. Behind the sparkling screen of the concert, there is a figure who holds his pain in silence. Kim Taehyung, a man who always smiles and exudes a warm aura in every appearance, is hiding tremendous pain, both physical and emotional. In a voice recording that leaked and went viral among the international fanbase, a voice that allegedly belonged to Taehyung can be heard saying in a trembling tone, "I'm fine. I just don't want to be a burden to them." The sentence sparked a wave of indignation among fans. Since when is pain considered selfish? Since when is honesty about the condition of the body considered a weakness? It's clear that Taehyung feels pressured to keep performing perfectly, even though his body can no longer keep up with the demands of an inhuman busy schedule. And ironically, HYBE never once released an official statement about this injury. Even when the public starts asking questions, a lighting staff member who worked at BTS last concert told alternative media that he saw Taehyung being groped by 2 people after the show ended. According to him, Taehyung's legs looked stiff and the man endured the pain while trying to smile in front of the crew. He was still able to say, "Thank you" to us, but obviously he couldn't stand up straight. We all looked at each other. It was not ordinary fatigue. But no one dared to ask. What makes an idol keep pretending? Does his contract prohibit talking about injuries? Is there pressure from HYBE to stay mum? If these eyewitnesses are true, then this is not only a matter of agency ethics, but already touches the sphere of human exploitation. A sports specialist interviewed by fans estimated that Taehyung suffered a lower back or hip muscle injury, which could have very serious consequences if forced to continue performing. If left unchecked, it could end in surgery or temporary loss of mobility. Very risky, he explained. So, why does HYBE keep pressuring Taehyung to perform? Are money and contracts more important than human health? In the last live broadcast of the leader of BTS, netizens began to realize some statements that sounded like code. He had time to say, "Sometimes we want to say everything, but we know we can't. But we hope you know, we're human beings, too." Jimin in his live crying for no apparent reason when reading the comment, "We love you, V." He simply replied with a shrug. "I know. I hope he feels it too." Suga also, in an interview with Japanese media, said, "Every stage is tough. But it's even harder when someone has to endure pain just so that fans don't worry." All of those sentences seem to imply one thing in common. They knew something wasn't right. But they can't talk. A source who claims to work at one of the K-pop idols' health clinics revealed that Taehyung's personal doctor suddenly couldn't be reached since a week before the last concert. Even the clinic's official website dropped all information related to medical staff who were previously seen treating BTS members. It was alleged that HYBE deliberately silenced all medical authorities who knew Taehyung's true condition in order to avoid leaking information to the media. It's not just fan paranoia. A former HYBE employee wrote anonymously through the K-Entertainment whistleblower forum. They have a protocol. When an idol is injured, only one person from management can contact the medical team. There should be no official documentation or records that are publicly accessible. If this is true, HYBE is systematically shutting down access to the health information of their own artists, including Taehyung. Can this still be called protection, or has it passed into the category of human manipulation and exploitation? One of the most suspicious moments was when a mysterious message appeared on Weverse from Taehyung's official account, only to be deleted minutes later. But the army is fast. They were able to take screenshots. The content of the message was shocking. "I'm tired, but I know you guys are waiting. I'm sorry, I can't always give 100%. Sometimes my body doesn't align with my heart." That sentence immediately ignited speculation that Taehyung wanted to talk, wanted to be honest, but was silenced by the system. The big question arises: who deleted the post? Was it a direct order from the management? Did HYBE not allow her idol to be honest about her own condition? One of the reasons HYBE is suspected of deliberately covering up the fact of Taehyung's injury is because of a big deal with a global sponsor. Taehyung became the face of various luxury brands and world fashion designers such as Celine, Cartier, and others. If he is seriously injured and has to take a break, then the entire cooperation can be cancelled unilaterally, causing HYBE a loss of hundreds of billions of won. Taehyung is not just a member of BTS. He's a living asset, wrote one Korean entertainment market analyst. But what does it all mean if the exploited person does not get the right to voice his own pain, contracts, money, global image? Is it worth paying for the silent suffering of a human being? After the backstage incident in which Jungkook exploded, he took a hiatus from Weverse and social media for a few days. That night, he came back alive. And what happened in that live made the whole world freeze. Jungkook appeared with a tired face, no makeup, just a black hoodie. With a trembling voice, he said, "I wish you knew, sometimes we can't say anything, but we see all your comments. We read everything. Dan, Taehyung also read. He knows you care." Then Jungkook cried. Not an ordinary cry. He tried to hold back, but his voice broke. His hands covered his face. Fans know it was not an acting cry. It's a wound. That's frustrating. It's a love that doesn't know where to channel.